here, he might have been in trouble. So that's definitely a good choice of unit composition here for Loner. Mass Marauders, Marines, and Siege Tanks. Definitely something you don't see too often. As looks like a Loner is trying to pick off that Nexus here of at the high yield, but it's just not enough. Genius is going to come in here and defend as he warps in some more Zealots. We have Vikings coming in from the back, trying to pick off that Colossus, as the Siege Tanks are trying to finish off the units here from Genius, but it's not going to be enough as Genius was able to defend against this counterattack here by Loner, and Loner is kind of in trouble now as he only has a handful of units on the field. So if Genius was able to push in right now, he could actually be able to take over and win this game if he pushed right at this moment, as there's only one siege tanks on the field, and those handful of zealots could be able to just chop away at those and the marauders. But he is sitting back. He's gathering a bigger army as he's warping in a ton of more stalkers and building some more colossus. We do see another immortal on the way. We also saw I think a Templar Chief. Yeah, we do have a Templar Chief did finish, and he is now researching Psystorm. So we are going to see some good use of High Templars on the field, although he's using the High Templars to be build Archons right now. And it looks like we have one lonely Marauder trying to be brave and pick off that one Stalker there, but Genius denied that with his huge army size here. He decided, no, I'm going to use my whole army to pick off one Marauder. Scan does go down by Loner. He is going to see the 3 Archons warping in, as well as a second assimilator. So this, both bases are at the high yields, are fully saturated. Looks like Loner thinks he has an advantage right now, so he is looking to push in here and pick off as more units as he can. But I don't think he's going to stimp back right now, and he is pushing in to the base right now. He looks like he's going to try. Nope, he's not going to try taking over the Nexus, as he is pulling back once again as he realizes he does not have a big enough army to deal with these extended thermal lance on the Colossus, as well as the upgraded units that Genius has. Now, we do have a Psystorm is just about done for Genius, but we don't have any High Templars in the field yet. He is using all his High Templars to build Archons. So I guess he's just researched that for a rainy day. He's probably going to use it more into a late game, as these Archons are pretty powerful right now. You don't see a lot of people use too many of them. You see them build 1 or 2, but I mean, a lot of Archons. I mean, back in Brood War, they were freaking amazingly OP. Now they're not bad. They still work out pretty good, but they're just not as good as they used to be. But they're still good. It's all that matters. Now we do have a nice attack coming in here from Genius as the Zealots are charging there, chopping away at those Marauders like they're nothing, and extended thermal lance are just frying everything away. And that, wow, that basically the whole army of Loner, defense army he had there, is gone. He only has a handful of Marauders left on the field, and a couple siege tanks that just rolled in here just got destroyed before they can do anything. Although he was able to pick off all the Colossi there, so I got to hand it to him. He was able to pick off the high threat units, and now he is chasing Genius back to the high yield base that he has, and he was able to pick off another Immortal there, but Genius was able to warp in some more units and build another Colossi and Immortal. So I think Loner is going to get denied once again at this counterattack, as Genius should be able to fend off this attack here from Loner. And it looks like Loner is going to be trying to take off that Nexus once again, but there's a ton of Zealots just get warped in here, and it is forcing Loner to pull back. So once again, each player is trying desperately to destroy each other's command center and Nexus at the high yields, but they just can't do it. They always have enough army size or whatever to deal with any attacks that they're throwing at each other, and I have a feeling that this is going to be a pretty long game without seeing any building kills, as there has been none so far. It's just been army versus army. Now we do have one Marauder, Lonely Marauder once again. He must have been rallied. I want to say micro, but it wasn't micro. I think he was rallied over there when the army was over there, and he forgot about it, as he is now just running away with his Marauder saying, screw it, I'm going to see what I can, as he managed to kill a probe, and it just got fried to nothing. And do have Genius is looking to take over a 4th base, and that is as well as Loner is working on his 4th base too, so they're both expanding on par with each other, which is pretty decent. Pretty nice. I mean, at the start, Genius had his expansion faster than Loner, but since then, they just really been expanding on par with each other. Now we do have more Colossus on the field, as well as another Observer for Genius on the way, and he is warping in 3 more Stalkers and Zealots, so he is going to stick to massive gateway units as well as Loner sticking the massive barracks units and siege tanks. So as he does have a bunch of medic vacs in the field now, but those have been nerfed, so they don't really help too much. They still help, but siege tank just blew away those Archons there, and it looks like Genius is going to try pushing in here to do some more damage, but I think Loner is going to be able to defend against this. He needs to fly in those Vikings, and I don't even know where the Vikings are just sitting here. I don't know why they're just sitting there, as he needs those Vikings right now to deal with his Colossi. His whole army just got fried to nothing, and now he is sending in those Vikings to pick off the rest of those Colossi, and that's going to help him quite a bit. As he should have sent that in before. As the Colossi can't attack air, as most people know. If you don't, you do now. And looks like Loner's going to be able to hold off the rest of this attack here with a handful of units. And no, he is not, as Genius was able to fry out the rest of those units there that Loner had, and he decided to pull back to his base. He didn't want to risk losing those two Colossi that he had left in the handful of units. Definitely a good choice there, although he probably could have taken out that high yield before he lost that whole army. Now, we do have an observer here. Is scouting around still. Genius is definitely using good use of those observers, so he doesn't have to send in any units to scout. Of course, that's what they're meant for. They're meant to scout around stealth. It does look like he's going to notice that Loner's 4th base has no defense units here. Looks like Loner is now sending out an SCV to scout around, see what's going on. As he looks like he might be trying to take over a 5th base, which is he going to be able to do it? He's saving up some minerals now. Looks like he is going to try taking over a 5th base right now. Now we do have Kydarian Amulet on the way here for Genius, as well as Tier 2 Protoss ground weapons. We have Vikings trying to scout around, see what's going on. Wow, looks like we had a Zealot come over here by Genius and just denied the SCV from building that command center. So definitely a good move there by Genius, denying that 5th expansion. I don't know how he realized that was going on. Now we have a nice little probe and SCV having a little party over here by themselves, not really attacking each other. Looks like they're both just scouting around, waiting for someone to build a base there. Now it looks like we have once again another push here from Loner, as the scan does go down on Genius's army. So he's definitely going to see 2 scans go down. So he's definitely going to see what's going on. But Genius has an observer following the army of Loner, so he knows exactly what the unit composition of Loner is. The nuke is going to go down. I didn't even see that nuke get built. So yeah, that's Genius is Loner needs to push in right now and hold that army right there, as the nuke is going to come down. But I think that Ghost is going to get killed. Yes, the Ghost does get killed before the nuke goes down. That's such a waste of minerals and gas there, as it is forcing Loner to retreat once again to his high yield expansion. Although the high yield expansion doesn't have any minerals left, so this is going to be a very pointless expansion momentarily, as it's just going to be basically as a standpoint base, as it has the planetary fortress. Won't be surprised if he lifts top that command center and maybe brings it over here and whatnot. Although he probably might. You can't lift top. It's planetary fortress. Duh. What I meant, as he did lift top that main one. I didn't even see that. Instead of building, there we go. He needs to lift top the natural. That works out to bring it over to that base so we can get some more stuff mining out the way. Now we do Genius is pushing into the base of Loner, and I don't think Loner is going to be in trouble here. I don't think he's going to be able to defend against this, as he has a very small unit composition right now. But it looks like it is going to be enough to actually push back Genius, which I'm kind of surprised. Looks like Loner is focus firing on certain units, which is what he needs, as Genius looks like he was kind of microing around, but it looks like he was just attack moving in, figuring, hey, he can pick off stuff, everything attack, whatever it wants to, and it does look like he's going to lose both those Colossi, so he just lost his whole army there attacking Loner, and Loner had a very small unit composition here. Loner now just has nothing left to mine at that high yield. He only has one base right now that's extremely saturated that he's mining from, so he needs to get another base pronto. Although his opponent, Genius, is also mining from one base as well, so they are both equal to each other. Now we have nice little SCVs versus probe attack here, and looks like Loner is trying to deny Genius from building that base there, as that's exactly what Genius wants. Genius wants another base there, as that's what either player needs, a base to stay into this game. I mean, if you staying on white, this is basically like one basin right now. You have nothing else mining. That's extremely saturated. That's ridiculous. Got mules, freaking 2 pages worth of SCVs there. Yeah, it looks like Genius is going to be pushing out here to the back with a bunch of probes and stalkers and colossi, so he's going to be able to destroy that SCV in the engineering bay, so we can build up his fifth base, so we can have two bases mining. As zealots are getting warped in now, as well as some stalkers, so that engineering bay just got denied, and Genius is now going to place that nexus for his fifth base. So it looks like Loner is definitely in trouble now, as he was denied that fifth base a while ago, and he hasn't even tried to retake that area. And we definitely have Genius with that one zealot there just scouting out. I guarantee as soon as that zealot died, he would have pushed in there and denied that fifth base once again. We have this Zerber is still following the army here of Loner. I'm surprised you can't. You can still see those stealth guys, even though they're stealth. Like you can see the distortion in the, on the screen and stuff. So I'm surprised he hasn't scanned to kill it yet. That or he just does not care. Now we do have another ghost just about finished here for Loner, so we're definitely going to probably see some EMP action, as I don't think he has another nuclear missile. Does he? Nope, he has 0 nuclear missiles right now, as he's not even going to bother trying with that again, as it was a fail at the start. Looks like Genius is looking to do some sort of push here to finish off this game, as he looks like he's not trying to do an all-in push. I mean, he's got probes and everything. This is going to be a final battle here for Genius. Genius is going to spot that command center going over, as Loner is trying to take over that fifth expansion once again. And Genius is going to probably be able to deny that, as this whole army is just chilling right there. And the only thing defending this is Loner is now going to... Wow, that was a bad choice there. He landed those Vikings and they had like no health left. That Zealot is going to be able to pick that off, as he just said screw this, and he's pulling back with his Vikings. Looks like we have some High Templars are placing some Storm Shares we just missed, and they destroyed a ton of SCVs. And does he have any energy for any more storms? No, he doesn't, as the Vikings are going to land there. But it looks like Genius is going to push into the weaker area of Loner's base, and he is going to destroy this only mining base at the moment, and it is forcing Loner to lift top that orbital command. And it looks like Loner is going to try doing a counterattack as well, and Genius to spot that, so Genius is now forcing his whole army back to his base, preparing for this attack from Loner, but Loner is going to go over to the weak area of Genius as well, as Genius did kind of push back to the high yield area, hoping that's where he was going to attack. So Genius is going to be able to take out that one Nexus. That's going to be the first main building to get destroyed in this whole match, as Genius is going to come in from the back here of Loner's army, and he should be able to finish off this army here, as Loner is stuck in a choke point right now, as these Colossi are just frying stuff to pieces, and definitely well-placed storms there by those High Templars on the army of Loner. Loner only has 71 minerals left, and Loner, there's the good game. So yeah, there you have it. Wow, those storms, that storm looks pretty cool. So that was definitely some well-placed storms there at the end. Definitely a great epic game between both of these players. I gotta hand it to them. That was definitely a great late-game match. Good use of the units here. Wasn't just massing two different types of units. Neither one of them were able to push into each other's mains or any base. No base got destroyed until the end there, where Loner was able to pick off that Nexus, but then his whole army just got fried to pieces, and that was it. So I got to hand to him. Definitely a great match between these two players, and the match goes to Genius, and I'll catch you all next time.